and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video, we are going to be back at combining corn. I am very excited for today. It's been probably 2 weeks since I last combined corn and got this combine figured out and set up when it came to switching over to corn. I got her all greased up and oiled and looked over, and I think we are ready to go. We are approaching the end of October here, so I think it's time we're going to take the corn off. The moisture isn't perfect, but in our neck of the woods here, you got to take the crop when you can. So we're going to have a slow start again here this afternoon because we did get some rain here 2 days ago, and it's stayed pretty cloudy. We're gonna dip back into things and get things rolling here while it's the middle of the week in case our combine has any issues and we need to get any parts. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Starting off here, let's get this thing checked over and fired up. I remembered while I was checking oil that I better check our air filter, especially coming off of soybeans. They get pretty dusty, so we're gonna blow this out quick and throw her back in. Okay, we got the old Case combine fired up. We'll let her warm up. In the meantime, we're gonna go start that old truck of mine and make sure that she starts. Being we're getting pretty cold temperatures overnight here, and it's my first year with both of these pieces of equipment. I'd rather be safe than sorry before I fill it full of grain and find out it doesn't start. So I think the truck's gonna be good to go. Keep our fingers crossed for that combine. So let's hop in here and combine some corn. Update, the first pass didn't go too bad. Pretty happy with it. We're gonna check the ground now here and see how the combine's doing. I think I'm chewing up too much cob, so I don't know if I need to slow the rotor down or if I need to open up the concaves and give her some more room, but we'll see. We'll do some playing around here. But I also tested moisture too, and we're at 15.5, so I'm happy with that. We're gonna take the whole farm as long as the equipment allows me to do so. I know I'll have one field that's a lot higher than that, but we'll probably just put it on the bottom of a couple loads. Let's get this combine set right and keep plugging away here. saying this a lot this year, but it's been a year of learning. There's been a heck of a learning curve with everything start to finish, and this combine is just holding that true here till the very end of the season. I couldn't figure out quite why I was dumping so much grain out the back, especially right in the center. It was really bugging me, having a lot of issues where the rows directly behind the combine, in between the tires, there was like 12 kernels per square foot, you know, which that's a lot of bushels there. That's at least a good 6 bushels an acre. So I was like, what the heck? So I was changing a bunch of settings here for the past 3 or 4 hoppers, and this last time I got out to check and adjust, I realized that the feeder house trap door was not tight enough, and we were losing some out of that. Talk about embarrassing. Oh, but I'm glad we figured it out now before we did the whole farm and didn't just say the heck with it. There's a lot of good behind stopping and getting out and looking and taking your time sometimes. So I'm happy we caught that and resolved that. We're about to the end here, and then we're gonna dip down and go empty out this hopper. It's a lot on these hills carrying around a full hopper. It's she struggles. I can't quite fill the grain tank even just because of the hills. You know, it all flows to one side or one corner. It's a bear. I love it. I'm having fun. This is a lot more fun than harvesting soybeans. To keep you guys in the loop here, we're slowly but surely filling this first truck, and I got Mason lined up to come out this evening after he gets done with his day job to help haul some loads. So that should speed up production really well, and then I'll be messing around with our gravity wagon as kind of like in between, and I'll kind of use that to keep me going while I play with some of the more time-consuming stuff while he's gone with the truck. So hopefully that all pans out. We'll keep checking in with you guys as we go here. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm still figuring this thing out, and it sucks. We probably did a good 2 acres like that, but I'm glad we finally got it figured out, and now we can start to actually adjust some settings. I did get a pretty good clean sample. I was getting a lot of cob earlier, and trying to fight this thing to stop shooting corn out the back or dropping it out of the feeder house allowed me, I guess, to put less cob in the tank, slowed the rotor down, things like that. Bunch of playing around, bunch of trial and error, and definitely a lot of error, but we're getting her figured out. right, we are headed back to the truck, and we're taking our time because we got another heaping full hopper. A lot of traveling here, trying to make it back to the truck. A lot of back and forth when it comes to that. Don't quite have that grain cart yet, maybe 1 year. That would save a lot of time with an older combine like this on a farm like this. But this should time out pretty good because I think this hopper will be pretty close to topping off that truck. Then Mason, he will be here within the next 10-15 minutes. So he can hop in that, take that to town. And then I will go mess around trying to get that gravity wagon ready, air up the tires, pull it out here, and then I'll go play around opening up some fields, doing some more of that tedious work while the truck's gone. But as for how the grain sample is, the tank is pretty clean. We still do have some small chunks of cob and very tiny pieces of stalk in there. But I think it's pretty dang clean. So we'll see what the elevator says. And then as for what we're losing out the back, that cleared right up. Maybe 2 bushel at the most in spots, but I think we'd average like a bushel and a half. And a lot of those kernels that I am counting on the ground behind the combine are super small. You know, there's those kernels towards the top of the cob. I imagine maybe the fan is maybe a little too high and blowing those out the back, being they're a lot smaller. I don't know for sure. I'm noticing our ladder is rubbing. I'm gonna have to start flipping that up and start making that a habit. We gotta keep moving here. Let's get this truck topped off and help me watch, make sure we don't overfill this thing, spill some corn. Don't want that. That's the best for that auger to stop it, but I don't know if we can fit that in that truck or not. We're gonna climb up there and push it into the corners and maybe we'll get lucky. I doubt it though. We ain't even gonna try. All we're gonna do is spill more, so. Only this little old wagon knew what job it had. I don't think it would have been so eager to come out here. No, it should go okay. We'll just take our time when this one's getting hauled to town. I probably won't even fill it that full, maybe half, 3/4. Just enough to keep me going while the truck is gone. Any minute now we should see our truck driver. And there goes Mason. He's all nervous. It's his first time going to that elevator, which I don't blame him, but he'll be just fine. I believe in him, so I gotta believe in him. No, he'll be great. He's a perfect option. I couldn't think of anyone better to have drive truck, to be honest. Anyways, we're gonna move this to a bit more level spot. I do have a little strobe light we'll throw on the back when Mason takes this to town. And, like I said, I'm gonna have time, so we'll probably end up having time to actually grease the head and things like that. very much in there, but just enough. Okay, checking back in. We dumped into that gravity wagon one more time. I don't know if I will again or not. It depends if I see that truck. We're already pushing 3/4 full, so I might just leave her, but we'll see. Excited about this. This should be the last trip up on that hill there, and this is the part where she kind of tips down in, but I've been kind of playing up in that far corner. That took a lot of time. That was definitely something good to get done while Mason was gone with the main truck. A lot of traveling around, especially in corn, but a lot of back and forth to dump. There'll be a grain cart one day. We'll keep an eye out. So far the combine's been running real good. Yeah, kernels out the back. It seems like that, you know, 2 or 3 per square foot, which I'm very happy with considering my knowledge when it comes to setting combines and the environment that I'm in. This isn't a Hillco side hill machine. I think we could dial her in a little more, but we can't play around all day either. We gotta get something done. So let's go back to getting something done. But before that, on my way back there, remember, check out GierokFarms.com, our very own website. We got some of these awesome hats on there. Plenty of colors to choose from. We also have some t-shirts and some sweatshirts available. Christmas is right around the corner, so check us out, GierokFarms.com. Here to Aaron. Aaron just unloaded his full load in the combine into the truck. Just came back from the grain bins. He wants me to bring his truck and this smaller gravity box in. But that last load, we got just over 780 bushels on it. I'm kind of curious to see what this gravity box can hold, but we got to head into town here and hopefully he has that full by the time we get back.
All right, I just got myself weighed and had the sample got taken. Now I'm currently sitting in line waiting to unload here. After that, I'll get weighed and be back on my way towards the farm.
Okay, checking back in. It's just me now. Mason, he went home, get some sleep before work tomorrow, which is all right. It was a huge help having him come out and haul those 2 loads. That little gravity wagon, I only had like 160, 170 bushels in there, which that's okay. I wanted to play it safe, especially on that first round to town with it. Don't want to blow a tire or have a spill or something crazy or break an axle off. So, but apparently that trip went really smooth, and now we're filling up that semi truck. I'd say maybe 1.5 hoppers, and she'll be topped off and ready to haul in tomorrow. The elevator's closed currently. Their harvest hours are 7 to 7, so we couldn't even haul to town if we wanted, but that's okay. We'll wrap things up here. It's hard to see what I'm doing in the dark anyways. Just like that, we have another truck full and ready to haul to town. I got the combine all cleaned up, got all the chaff off of it in case we get some moisture overnight here. But it's been a really solid day. It's fun to have a full day of combining corn, or at least a pretty solid day. Tomorrow we're gonna have a full day of combining corn, start to finish. Started a little later today, but it's a good feeling to know that everything's working. Tomorrow we'll make sure nothing broke there in the dark while we grease and oil that thing up and get it ready to seize the day tomorrow. So I'm super satisfied. We got a lot of corn combined here today. Thank you all for tagging along with the journey and making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate the family atmosphere we've made here on the channel. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be putting out videos as often as I do. So thank you all for being part of that. We're gonna end this one off here. Make sure to stay tuned for other videos.